Do you find yourself second guessing yourself or questioning your instincts even when deep down you know the answer? This 15-minute Yin-Yang yoga will help you cultivate self-trust and confidence by focusing on the kidney, bladder, and spleen meridians. And this will support your resilience and stabilize and ground your energy. So even if trusting yourself hasn't felt easy, your body can remember confidence. It just needs some practice to be able to do so. So let's get started. Let's come to the back of the mat, standing in Tadasana, taking your feet hip-width apart, and making this active to start out so you can feel the legs engage, the strength and stability up through the spleen channel and really up through the kidney channel as well. And you can get your shoulders up and then roll them down. Feel length out through your arms. And let your breath begin to settle into your belly. And using that as a way to ground into yourself. Even feeling the simplicity of your breath always knows how to move. Now on your next inhale, you can take your arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips to fold forward. And let's stop halfway. So in a flat back position, the arms reaching straight back, the torso parallel to the ground. You can take a little bend through your knees and feel more length open up through the back line, through the back. And now you can release your hands down, keeping a micro bend in the knees. And now on an exhale, let's lengthen through the legs. Now an inhale, take a micro bend through the knees, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, lengthen through the legs as much as you can. Let's do this a couple more times. Inhaling as you bend through the knees. Exhale, lengthen through the legs. And once again, inhale, bend through the knees. Feel how your lower back flattens out. Exhale, fold forward. Now take your hands into your elbows and let your back body open up. Now you can keep a micro bend in your knees. That helps you open up through your lower back. Deepen the hinge at the hips. And feeling this release of your weight into gravity through the skull. Helping the spine to open up. Helping to relax your nervous system. And now let's take the hands back down and go ahead, inhale, bend through your left knee, lengthen through your right leg as much as you can. And then change legs. And you can breathe with this, taking your time, alternating, bending one knee at a time. And you can shift your weight side to side if that helps you open up through the back of your legs, into your lower back. And that creating more space through the rest of your spine. And now go ahead, release into the center. Now an inhale, lengthen through the spine like an Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, round through the back, like you're moving into a cat position, chin into the chest. Let's keep doing this, inhaling like you're moving into a cow position. Exhale, round out through the spine, open up through the back. 2 more times, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, round out through the back, draw the chin in toward the chest. 1 last time, inhale. Open up through the front body, and exhale. Open up through the back. Now bend through your knees and come to curl into a ball. So you can use your hands to support you and let your chin release toward your chest. And feel the space opening up from your tailbone all the way out through the crown of your head.
This is a great place to breathe into your back. And relax through the pelvic floor. And maybe you want to even breathe into your kidneys here. Now from here, you can take your hands out and let's come back into downward dog. And using downward dog as a way to lengthen through your back body. So feeling all the way through the bottoms of your feet, up through the calves, through the hamstrings, into the lower back, through the entire back, and up through the back of your neck, through the scalp, into the forehead, relaxing through the eyebrows. And anytime we come into a new posture, feeling how you can trust your body, and therefore you can trust yourself. Trust how your breath is moving. Trust the urges in your body. Like if you want to rest in child's pose or something. If you want a bigger breath, if you want to exhale through your mouth, if you want to lengthen your exhales. On your next inhale, lift your hands. Step your right foot between your hands. Bring your back knee down. On your next inhale, take your arms up into a crescent lunge. And you can lift up through the ribs here, lift up through the belly. Maybe feel a bit of compression through the kidneys. So at the base of your rib cage, on both sides of the spine. On your next exhale, take your hands to the mat or to the ground. Step back into plank. Breathe here. Using plank as a way to stabilize. Feel into the steadiness in your body, in your breath, in your mind. And then you can bring your hips up and back into downward dog. On your next inhale, look to your hands. Step your left foot between your hands, bring your back knee down. And on inhale, take your arms up. And once again, lift up through the ribs, lift up through the waist. Deepen the compression through the kidneys. And feeling strong and stable here. On your next exhale, take your hands to your mat. Step back to plank once again. And then take your hips up and back into downward dog. On your next inhale, come back into plank. And exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Slide your forearms out to come into a Sphinx position. Letting your elbows be under your shoulders. And now take your chin to your chest. And you can slowly move your head side to side. You can rotate through the neck. Opening up through the shoulders, into the neck, maybe all the way into your scalp, into the base of the skull. And we're strengthening the kidneys once again, letting the lower ribs release down, feeling the kidneys subtly move in toward the spine here. And you can rest into the center with your head. And now you can bring your head up and fold through your left leg. Take a hold of your left foot with your left hand if you can. And then pull the foot in with your hand. If you have a little more opening, perhaps you want to wrap your fingers around the front of your toes. Let the shoulders relax into your back. And then notice how much you can relax through the front of your left hip, letting it open up into gravity. Maybe feeling an opening through both the spleen and kidney channels, up through the inside of the leg, the front of the hip. And you can release coming onto your left forearm, fold through your right leg, and get a hold of the foot with your right hand if you can. If you can't, you can just work on drawing the heel in, and you're training these muscles to lengthen here. If you get a hold of the foot, perhaps you want to wrap the fingers around the toes. Ultimately, you're bringing the right heel to the outside of the hip, letting the front of the right hip release down. Then you can release, coming back into Sphinx. Take your arms out and bring your forehead all the way down to the ground. Release here, so completely relax. Releasing through the belly, through the digestive system. Relaxing through the back body. And noticing where your breath wants to move here to support you, to help you release. You can bring your hands to both sides of your chest, tuck your toes, and roll through the spine to come back onto your hands and knees. And let's take some cat's cows here. Rolling through the spine, letting your breath move how it wants to move. And you can circle through the spine as well. And you can make your way back into downward dog. You can bend through your knees, walk your hands back to your feet. And let's take the feet out so they're shoulder width apart. You can wrap your hands around your calves, your ankles. You can hook your index and middle fingers around your big toes. If you have longer hamstrings, you can take your hands under your feet. And on inhale, let's lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Let the elbows move out. You can lift up through the quadriceps, up through the kneecaps to help lengthen through the back of the legs. Let the shoulders move into the back. Just feel length opening up through your back body, creating more space for your nervous system. It's releasing stress that gets caught up there. And then you can release, bring your feet hip width apart, bend through your knees, and take your time to roll up through the spine, feeling how the belly supports the spine to stack upright. And once you're back up to stand, you can roll the shoulders up and back, reach down through your arms.
And notice how your body feels now, if it feels steadier, softer, or more open. Because cultivating self-trust isn't about forcing confidence. It's about feeling steady and grounded enough for it to naturally arise. If you want more support, use my 5 free Meridian yoga practices for real-life symptoms like anxiety, digestion, emotional release, sleep, and fatigue. I have that linked in the description. And I'd love to hear what helped you feel more grounded during today's practice. Let me know in the comments. And subscribe if you're feeling me here so you continue to receive the free practices that I'm sharing every week here, like Meridian Yoga and holistic tools. Thanks so much for taking this time to be with yourself, with your body, with your breath, and let yourself carry the sense of trust with you as you move into the rest of your day. All right, see you in the next video.